My beloved child, before you move even one thought ahead, pause here with me. This message is finding you because something unseen has already been arranged. You didn't click this by accident, and you need to hear why. Don't skip. There is a quiet pull you've been feeling lately. Not loud. Not forceful. Just a gentle sense that someone, or something, is drawing closer to you. You may not have words for it, but your spirit recognizes it. Stay with me, because what this means will become clear, and this part matters more than you realize. You've been wondering why certain moments feel charged with meaning. Why ordinary conversations linger in your mind longer than they should. Why your heart senses intention behind silence. This is not confusion. This is awareness awakening. And it's happening now for a reason. My beloved child, there is a presence that desires to meet you away from noise, away from distraction, away from the expectations of others. Not to overwhelm you. Not to demand from you. But to restore you. To let you breathe again. To let you feel safe enough to be fully seen. Don't rush past this. What I'm saying unfolds slowly, and you need the whole picture. You have spent so much time being strong in public spaces. Carrying composure. Holding yourself together. Smiling when your inner world felt cluttered. But there is a sacred place where strength is not required. A place where explanations are unnecessary. A place where your guard can finally rest. This is not about isolation. It is about intimacy of understanding. The kind that doesn't rush your healing or question your timing. The kind that allows your heart to speak without interruption. You may think this is about another person. And in one sense, you're not wrong. But the deeper meaning reaches further than you expect. What is drawing you inward is alignment. A moment where truth and tenderness meet. Stay with me. You need to hear this next part. There are doors that only open when you are willing to step away from performance. When you stop proving and start receiving. You've reached a season where surface-level connection no longer satisfies your soul. That restlessness you feel is not dissatisfaction, it's readiness. You are being invited into clarity. Not everything sacred happens in public view. Some of the most transformative moments happen in quiet spaces, where words are few and understanding is deep. Where presence speaks louder than explanation. My beloved child, this invitation is not about taking something from you. It is about giving something back, your peace, your confidence, your sense of being chosen without competition. You've carried questions like, why me, and why now? Those answers are unfolding, not all at once, but intentionally. Timing matters. And your timing is precise. Don't skip. This is where many people miss what was meant specifically for them. You are not being pulled into uncertainty. You are being guided into assurance. Into a space where fear loses its voice and calm takes its place. Where you remember who you are beneath roles, labels, and past expectations. There is restoration happening beneath the surface of your life. You may not see it fully yet, but you can feel it. Like warmth returning to something that was cold for too long. This is not coincidence. This is calling. And calling doesn't shout. It whispers until you listen. You don't need to rush toward it. You don't need to analyze it to death. You only need to remain open. Present. Willing to receive what is already reaching for you. You have been prepared for this moment through experiences you once questioned. Through delays that taught you patience. Through closed doors that protected you more than you knew. Nothing was wasted. My beloved child, you are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to understand what is happening now. Something meaningful is forming, not through pressure, but through trust. Not through force, but through alignment. And as you continue listening, let this truth settle in you. You are safe to be fully yourself. You are allowed to receive gentleness. You are worthy of connection that honors your spirit. Stay with this feeling. Carry it forward. Let it guide your next step, not in haste, but in confidence. This moment is not passing you by. It is meeting you exactly where you are. My beloved child, stay here with me a little longer. What has begun is not finished, and this next part matters more than the first. You may feel calm right now, but beneath that calm, something is aligning. Don't skip. You need to hear why this continuation exists. You may have noticed a shift after listening before. A subtle quiet. A sense that something was acknowledged inside you that you didn't know how to name. That was not imagination. That was recognition. When truth meets readiness, the soul responds before the mind understands. There is a reason this message did not end where you thought it would. Some things cannot be revealed all at once. Not because they are hidden, but because they must be received in layers. You are now ready for the next layer. You've been discerning more than you realize. Watching patterns. Feeling when something is genuine and when it isn't. You've stopped forcing outcomes, even if part of you still wants certainty. That restraint is not weakness. It is wisdom forming. Stay with me. This part is for those who sense more than they speak. What is drawing closer to you does not arrive with noise or urgency. It comes with familiarity. With a feeling that says, you don't have to explain yourself here. That sense of relief you feel when you imagine being understood without effort, that is a clue. My beloved child, you have outgrown connections that require you to shrink or perform. You are no longer meant to convince anyone of your value. The season of proving is ending. The season of being known is beginning. You may wonder why this is happening now. Why after everything you've walked through, this awareness is surfacing. The answer is timing. You could not have recognized this before because you were still becoming who you are now. This is not about longing. It is about readiness. Don't skip. The next truth is essential. There is a sacred difference between desire and alignment. Desire reaches outward, searching. Alignment settles inward, recognizing. What is meant for you does not pull you into confusion. It brings clarity, even if it arrives quietly. You've been protected more than you know. Certain doors remained closed not to delay you, but to preserve you. If they had opened earlier, you would have mistaken intensity for meaning. Now, you know the difference. My beloved child, what is unfolding does not need to rush you. Anything that pressures your spirit is not from a place of truth. Real connection respects your pace. Real guidance honors your boundaries. This is why peace has become your compass. You are learning to listen without fear. To pause without guilt. To wait without anxiety. That is not stagnation. That is strength settling into its rightful place. Something important is approaching, but not in the way you expect. Not through dramatic signs or overwhelming emotion. It will feel natural. Familiar. As if it belongs where it arrives. Stay with me. This clarity is still forming. You are being invited to trust what feels steady rather than what feels loud. To value depth over intensity. To choose presence over promises. This shift is preparing you for something lasting. My beloved child, you are not being tested. You are being trusted. Trusted with discernment. Trusted with timing. Trusted with your own heart. And as this trust grows, you will notice your reactions changing. What once unsettled you will no longer have power. What once distracted you will lose its grip. You are becoming anchored. This is the foundation that must be laid before anything meaningful can fully enter your life. Don't rush ahead. The unfolding is intentional. You are not missing anything. You are not overlooking anything. You are being led gently, precisely, and with care. And as you continue forward, carry this certainty with you. What is meant to meet you will do so without disturbing your peace. What is meant to know you will not misunderstand your silence. What is meant to stay will not need to be chased. Remain present. Remain open. Remain steady. The next moment will recognize you because you have learned to recognize yourself. My beloved child, stay with me. If you've made it this far, it's because something inside you already knows this isn't just words. There is a reason your attention hasn't drifted. There is a reason your spirit feels quietly alert right now. This part matters. You may not realize it yet, but you are standing at the edge of a deeper understanding. Not about someone else, but about yourself. And once this settles in, the way you see everything begins to change. Don't skip. What's coming next connects everything you've been sensing. You've learned how to be composed even when you were unsure. How to keep moving even when clarity was missing. That ability carried you through a necessary season. But now, something different is required of you. Not effort. Not endurance. Presence. There is a moment when striving ends and alignment begins. You are entering that moment now. My beloved child, the reason things feel slower is not because life is withholding from you. It's because life is repositioning you. Speed would blur what you are meant to notice. Stillness sharpens discernment. You've been feeling a quiet separation from what once felt familiar. Certain conversations no longer resonate. Certain dynamics feel shallow. This is not loneliness. This is refinement. You are being tuned to recognize what is real. Stay with me. This is where clarity deepens. There is an inner room within you that has remained untouched by disappointment, untouched by confusion, untouched by compromise. You may have forgotten it was there, but it never left. And now, attention is being drawn back to it. This is the space where truth feels calm instead of urgent. Where recognition feels peaceful instead of overwhelming. Where understanding arrives without explanation. You are being invited to meet yourself there. My beloved child, not everyone is meant to enter that space with you. That is why discernment has become so important. Not out of judgment, but out of respect for what is sacred within you. You are learning that access is earned through consistency, not intensity. Don't rush past this. The reason you've become more observant lately is because you are being prepared to choose wisely. Not from fear of loss, but from confidence in worth. You no longer need to grasp at what feels uncertain. You can wait for what feels steady. This waiting is not passive. It is powerful. You may wonder why you feel both anticipation and calm at the same time. That combination is rare. It happens only when something aligns with your deeper calling. When what approaches does not threaten your peace, but complements it. My beloved child, the shift you are experiencing is internal first. External change will follow, but only after you trust this inner knowing. This is how lasting things are formed. Stay with me. You need to hear this clearly. What is meant for you will not ask you to abandon yourself. It will not confuse you. It will not compete with your growth. It will recognize you as you are now, not as who you used to be. That is why the past had to release you. You didn't lose anything that was truly aligned. You were redirected. Protected. Prepared. And now, your spirit is steady enough to receive without rushing, without fear, without doubt. This steadiness is your signal that you are ready. My beloved child, you are no longer seeking validation. You are seeking resonance. That is a higher form of connection. One that doesn't need constant reassurance. One that feels natural, grounded, and clear. This is the foundation of what comes next. Don't skip. This next realization changes how you move forward. You are not meant to chase meaning. Meaning meets you when you are aligned. You are not meant to force closeness. Closeness forms when there is mutual understanding. You are not meant to rush destiny. Destiny recognizes readiness. And readiness is what you carry now. As you continue, you may notice a quiet confidence rising within you. Not arrogance. Not certainty about outcomes. But certainty about yourself. That confidence will guide your choices without noise. My beloved child, trust this calm. It is not emptiness. It is clarity. You are not waiting for something to happen. Something is already happening within you. And because of that, what approaches will arrive with ease, not resistance. Remain present. Remain grounded. Remain open without urgency. What is unfolding will meet you where peace already lives. My beloved child, stay with me. If you are still here, it is because something within you is settling into place. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But with a quiet certainty that does not need to announce itself. This part matters more than you think, so don't skip. You may be noticing that your reactions are changing. Things that once pulled at your emotions no longer have the same hold. Situations that once demanded answers now feel less urgent. This is not distance. This is maturity of spirit. You are no longer ruled by the need to resolve everything immediately. There is strength in that. You have entered a phase where you no longer rush toward understanding. You allow it to come to you. And because of that, truth feels gentler, clearer, and more reliable. This is the result of growth you didn't even realize was happening. Stay with me. The meaning deepens here. My beloved child, there is a difference between being alone and being centered. You are becoming centered. When you are centered, you no longer fear silence. Silence becomes a place of insight, not emptiness. It becomes the room where clarity gathers. You have learned how to sit with yourself without distraction. How to listen inwardly without judgment. That is rare. And it is preparing you for what is meant to enter your life next. Don't skip. This is important. What approaches you will not disturb this center. It will recognize it. It will honor it. Anything that threatens your inner balance will feel immediately out of place. And you will not need to debate that feeling. You will simply know. This knowing is not impulsive. It is anchored. You may be wondering why patience feels easier now, even when outcomes are still unknown. That is because your trust has shifted. You no longer trust circumstances. You trust alignment. And alignment always unfolds in its own time. My beloved child, this is why delays no longer frustrate you the way they once did. You understand now that what is truly aligned cannot miss you. There is no competition for what is meant for you. There is no rush. Stay with me. This next insight is essential. You are beginning to sense when something is being prepared behind the scenes. Not because you see it, but because you feel steady while waiting. That steadiness is not accidental. It is the sign of internal agreement with what is unfolding. You are no longer asking, "When will this happen?" You are quietly saying, "I am ready whenever it arrives." That shift changes everything. My beloved child, you are learning to receive without grasping. To welcome without anxiety. To open without losing yourself. These are not small developments. They are the foundation of lasting fulfillment. You have outgrown urgency. You have outgrown chaos. You have outgrown connections that rely on tension to feel alive. What resonates with you now is calm depth. And that depth is not common. Don't skip. This is where understanding becomes embodied. What is meant to meet you will come with recognition, not confusion. It will feel like continuation, not disruption. Like something that fits where it lands. You will not need to question whether it belongs. Your peace will confirm it. My beloved child, you are not being asked to prepare more, learn more, or become more. You already are who you need to be for what is coming. The work has been happening quietly, internally, faithfully. Now, it is about allowing. Allowing timing. Allowing clarity. Allowing connection to form naturally. This allowance is not passive. It is deeply powerful. As you continue forward, let this truth remain with you. You do not need to rush what is already aligned. You do not need to fear what approaches with calm. You do not need to doubt what feels steady and clear. You are standing in readiness, not anxious, not waiting, but grounded. And what comes next will meet you there. My beloved child, remain with me. If you are still listening, it is because something has already shifted inside you. Not in a way that demands attention, but in a way that brings quiet assurance. This part matters deeply. Don't skip, because what you are about to hear connects everything that has been forming within you. You may be noticing that you no longer feel the need to explain yourself the way you once did. Your thoughts feel clearer. Your boundaries feel natural, not forced. This is not distance from others. This is closeness to yourself. And that closeness is creating space for something meaningful to enter. There is a calm readiness around you now. It is subtle, but it is real. My beloved child, you have reached a point where your presence speaks before your words do. People sense your steadiness. They feel your grounded nature even when you say very little. This is the result of alignment. When inner and outer worlds begin to agree, life responds differently. Stay with me. This insight is important. You are learning that true connection does not require constant reassurance. It rests in mutual understanding. It breathes in silence as comfortably as it does in conversation. What once felt uncomfortable now feels natural to you. That is growth. You may have wondered why you feel less drawn to noise, less interested in proving, less reactive to uncertainty. This is because you are no longer driven by the need to be seen. You are anchored in the truth of who you are. And from that place, only what is genuine can approach. Don't skip. The deeper meaning is unfolding now. My beloved child, what is meant to meet you is not arriving to complete you. It is arriving to walk with you. You are no longer seeking fulfillment from the outside. You are prepared to share wholeness, not request it. This changes the quality of everything that enters your life. You are becoming selective without being closed. Open without being vulnerable to confusion. Available without being overextended. This balance is rare, and it is not accidental. You've learned to listen to what feels steady instead of what feels urgent. To trust consistency over intensity. To choose depth over speed. These choices are shaping your future quietly but decisively. Stay with me. This next realization is essential. There is no rush surrounding what is meant for you. Urgency belongs to misalignment. What aligns moves with calm confidence. It arrives without pressure. It stays without force. You are now able to recognize this difference. My beloved child, you are not waiting for permission anymore. You are giving yourself consent to move at your own pace. To honor your rhythm. To trust your inner knowing. This self-trust is your foundation. As you continue forward, you may notice opportunities feeling different. Conversations landing differently. Encounters carrying more weight than before. This is because you are meeting life from a centered place. And from that place, everything becomes clearer. You are not being led.